happening, honestly, like.
Well, we're just going to take a few minutes, folks, and let everybody get settled before we begin, but we're not going to delay, but we'll give everybody another minute. And I'm just wondering if everybody could stay muted while the presentation is going on so that we don't have the echo bouncing around and everybody can hear what we're saying. That would be appreciated. Okay, well, everybody's time is really valuable, so we're going to start. Good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining us. It's so great to see so many familiar faces. I'm really excited to be here. Today, we're going to introduce to you our new Baker client, Nahid. And we're going to introduce you to 800 Broadview at Broadview and Danforth, which we will be ready to sell in a matter of a few short weeks. This is a beautiful boutique building, and we've all seen the recent high-end boutiques in Rosedale and Forest Hill, but I think that 800 is an approachable luxury building, and it's rarely available to have a boutique of that nature on such an incredible location as the Danforth. Later in the year, we will be bringing a significant over 200 unit building with Nahid on Kennedy. But today, we're going to introduce you to 800 Broadview. And just so you know, there will be an opportunity for Q&A after the presentation. But before I introduce the Nahid team to you, let me introduce the Baker team that's on the Zoom with me. I'm sure you'll recognize our new Vice President, Steve Chichekian, and our project manager, Shanique Small, and Brittany Tiralis, who is our sales representative at 800 Broadview. But before I jump in, just a few quick words about our buoyant market. Despite what's going on in the world at large, and despite the virtual nature of our sales, our numbers and our prices continue to go up. Interest rates are still super low, and despite the new stress test, which is going to be introduced on June the 1st, I, for one, don't believe it will dampen the enthusiasm of our buyers for investing in real estate. I mean, if you think about $1 million mortgage, if you don't meet the new stress test, you can only borrow $955,000. So it really doesn't have a huge impact. And I'm not alone in thinking this will not change the upward trajectory on prices and sales volume. A number of bankers are actually coming out and saying that it probably will not really dampen the atmosphere. And then the great news this past few days, according to Stats Canada, our labor recovery got a huge boost in March. Employment rose by more than 300,000 jobs, and the March increase puts employment about roughly 15% shy of pre-crisis levels. I mean, that's pretty incredible news. That and the vaccine is rolling out. I mean, things are really looking up. I hope everyone is enjoying the wonderful lunch that Naheed hosted for all of us today. Whether you ordered the chicken or the lamb souvlaki or the moussaka, the vegetarian moussaka, it's all delicious. And it comes from a local family-owned restaurant called Mezis that is actually walking distance from our 800 Broadview address. And they're known as a great favorite along the Danforth. And I think it's wonderful that Naheed is doing this to support the local restaurant business, which we all know has been hard hit during COVID. So on behalf of everyone, thank you, Naheed. Let me introduce the Naheed Group to you. You'll meet the CEO and President, AJ Zandia, later. We're being joined by the Vice President of Development and Planning, Wayne Long. But right now, I would like to hand it over to Sean Zandia, the Business Development Manager, and Kiana Kuchakan, the Naheed Communication and Social Media Specialist. So over to you, Sean and Kiana.
Thank you very much, Barbara, for that warm introduction. Again, my name is Sean, and I'm joined here today by my colleague Kiana, and we're both very excited to be presenting to you our upcoming project, Naheed Broadview. Naheed Broadview is a true luxury boutique condominium with 6 stories and 33 units. It features a wide range of high-end finishes, which complements its beautiful design, as you can see. Every floor plan at Naheed Broadview is actually unique to itself, and the units have spacious balconies and terraces overlooking the downtown Toronto. It's located right in the heart of Greektown at the intersection of Broadview and Danforth, directly across from the Broadview TTC station. Currently, Naheed Broadview is in the pre-construction phase. We have 2 amazing amenity spaces at Naheed Broadview. The first being a stunning rooftop terrace overlooking the city, and the second is a luxurious and spacious party room, perfect for social gatherings or any other dinner events. We've gotten rid of high maintenance, non-broadly used common areas, and by doing so, we've actually been able to keep our maintenance fees as low as 45 cents per square foot, which is well below the city average of 75 cents per square foot. And we're actually so confident in this maintenance price that we're guaranteeing it to residents for 2 years.
Amazing. So before we go on to tell you more about this amazing building, I just want to highlight some of the advantages of living in a boutique condominium like Naheed Broadview. So first off, there is a much smaller population of residents. So you're looking at 90 residents versus the average of 650 that you would find in an average size tower. Now, this smaller population allows for greater privacy, quieter and more peaceful surroundings, and a sense of a tightly knit community. So residents are able to know each other much better. And this allows for easier management on our end. There's also a lot of health benefits that come along with living in a boutique condominium. So at Naheed Broadview specifically, we offer touchless entry throughout the entire building. And I'll go into a little bit more depth with this later in our presentation. Every suite comes with its own individual HVAC system. So instead of management deciding when the summer or winter cooling and heating starts, the residents have full control over that, which is great. And also the smaller amount of common areas allows for more effective and more frequent sanitization. There's also a lot of comfort benefits that residents can enjoy, including less wait for the elevators, the ability to book the amenity spaces more frequently because there's less, you're competing against a much smaller pool of residents, and also shorter times for maintenance and repairs, which is always amazing.
Now, here's a glance at the neighborhood surrounding Naheed Broadview. If you're familiar with this Danforth Strip, you'll know that it's an amazing and vibrant neighborhood. It's filled with a variety of restaurants, cafes, bars, and other boutiques and shops. There's also many schools within walking distance of the condo, ranging from preschool all the way up to high school. And one thing I want to highlight is that Naheed Broadview has a walk score of 87 out of 100 and an impressive transit score of 100 out of 100. So it's actually one of the best transit hubs in Toronto. Now, I would like to direct your attention to the right side of the screen. If you look at the red line, that is the TTC transit line. And specifically, it goes from east to west, and that's the line 2. And that's located, the entrance to that is located directly in front of the main entrance of the building. And the yellow line is the DVP. And basically using these 2 routes, you can travel conveniently to anywhere in the city or anywhere in the GTA within minutes. So at Nahid Broadview, you are in the middle of where you need to be.
So here are some other amazing features that you can find at Nahid Broadview. First off, we have a clean, bright, and secure underground parking with 40 residential spaces and 3 visitor parking spaces. And all of the spaces can be translated into a green parking space if the resident has a hybrid or fully electrical vehicle. Now, Sean mentioned that one of our amenity spaces is a spacious party room, and this party room can actually be reworked into a work from home space for residents when it's not being used. And we wanted to do this to allow residents to work comfortably outside of their home without having to physically leave the building. And I'm sure you guys can all predict with the COVID trends going on right now, we really believe that companies will be moving towards a hybrid or fully work from home work environment. So we think that this amenity space will be extremely valuable for the residents. Lastly, my personal favorite feature is the smart home technology that will be integrated throughout the entire building. So we've partnered with Smart One Technologies to offer touchless entry for residents from the moment they enter the underground parking garage until the moment they arrive inside of their suite. So all of the common area doors, the elevators, the suites, everything can be opened and accessed through a mobile phone without having to physically touch anything, which I think is fantastic.
Now I'd like to share with you guys some of the features and finishes of the suites themselves. So we have custom inspired 1, 2, and 3 bedrooms. Our suites start from 667 square feet and go all the way up to 1,400. All of our units feature 10-foot ceilings, 8-foot solid core doors, oversized balconies and terraces, as well as engineered hardwood flooring. All of our suites come with beautiful Italian Mutti kitchen cabinets and vanities. All of our kitchens are also fully integrated with Miele appliances and granite or quartz kitchen countertops and undermount sinks. And actually, as you can see behind us, we are in our Nahid Decor Center, where buyers can come in and actually get a feel for the appliances and the cabinets, and they can choose from a variety of colorways from our sample boards. And we've also actually designed a broker's portal. And this portal has been designed to showcase for your clients in a clear, concise, and practical manner our project. Once you access this portal, you'll have access to a variety of tools and resources, including a 3D render of the building, which you can filter through depending on the client's needs. For example, if they're looking for 2 bedrooms or a certain suite size, it'll highlight it. They can view the floor plans. We'll have an overview of the neighborhood, which showcases all the restaurants and whatnot around the area, schools, etc., as well as marketing materials, which you can feel free to use as well. And the link for this will be sent promptly after this presentation. And now I'd like to pass it on over to AJ Zenia, our president and CEO, and he's going to share with you a little bit about our company's mission and vision.
Thank you very much, Sean. Hello all, it's a pleasure to have you today. I hope the food didn't arrive too cold or too late. Some of the stuff you can't control, but if it has, I apologize for that, and I promise that we'll make it up to you when we invite all of you to the inauguration of our decor center, which I'm sure you would see from close the features and finishes that we promise to give to our buyers. However, I want to start today by saying thank you. Thank you to Baker team, Barbara, Shanique, and Steve for organizing this event. Thank you, Sean and Nazanin and Kiana for their presentation. And last but not least, thank you all for attending this event. Barbara tells me that you're the dream team, and apparently everyone on this event has been handpicked. I know some of you. I know Ryan is a personal friend, and thank you, Ryan, for showing up today. And I received emails from a lot of you. I received emails from Serge, which has exactly the same picture in his emails as his background. And yeah, you guys keep me up to date with the market events, with the competition. So thank you. And hopefully this will be the beginning of long-term cooperation between Nahid and each one of you. Now, I want to tell you a little bit about Nahid. Let me start by the name. Nahid in Asian mythology is the brightest star in the sky. It's the shining star. It's the star that is easily recognizable. So why I chose this name for the company? I wanted to say that I don't want to make the Burj Khalifas of the world in every community that I build. That's definitely not the intention. But I definitely want Nahid buildings to be that shining star in that community. It'll be the condominiums, the buildings we build. We want it to be the envy of the neighborhood. We want the people who live in those condominiums have a pride in living in them, and not wanting to have lived in any other building in that neighborhood. So how are we going to deliver that? We are going to deliver that by meticulous planning around quality, around after-sales service, around product control, and making sure that we create a customer experience that is second to none. Now, we want to make sure that our buyers would enjoy the resale value of the condominiums. Perhaps at the beginning they pay a little bit premium compared to other buildings in that neighborhood, but at the same time, when it comes to resale, they'll have resale value. So that is really, in a nutshell, our objectives, our mission, and what is the purpose of our development company. Now, people may say that, the question may come to your head that, okay, but this is a new company. And the analogy I use is, yes, it's a new company, but it's like a new hospital. The staff, the surgeons are not new. They're very experienced. They're the best in their field. So at Nahid, we have assembled a team of very strong professionals. The people who work within our organizations collectively have hundreds years of experience in the field of development. I'm not going to talk too much today, but I'll be glad to answer any concerns or questions you may have for us. And also today I have Wayne Long, our wonderful vice president, who is in charge of development and planning of the company, and he'll be happy to answer any question you may have about the building. And I would also be at your service if you have any questions with respect about the company. Thank you very much for listening today.
Good afternoon, Wayne Long. I think everyone has spoken very well of this building and this project, and it is a very boutique style of building. The suites have been meticulously designed to accommodate a lot of in-suite amenities and spaces, and they are all customizable as well. So if somebody wants a suite of their own for themselves, we can certainly accommodate that as well. I'm not going to say a whole lot more. I think I will open it more to questions, but because everyone has done a great job of describing the building, and there's really not a lot more I can add to it. But just keep in mind that this is very much a boutique in a fantastic neighborhood Plater Estates is within striking distance. I believe it's a move down neighborhood, and I think we've provided something that people will gravitate to, and it will be a small community and perhaps the regeneration of this neighborhood and this strip of Broadview into a very high-end neighborhood. And I'll leave it at that. Thanks again for coming, and we certainly will welcome your questions.
So how are we looking on questions? Do you have anything, Steve?
Well, I just wanted to thank all of you for coming today. It's great to see all these friendly and familiar faces once again. We are looking forward to getting this beautiful boutique building on the road and start selling with each and every one of you. We will be reaching out to you personally regarding floor plans, pricing, commissions, very, very shortly. And do keep in mind that if you do help us sell this beautiful boutique building, we will definitely look after you for Naheed Kennedy.
So I think, Steve, the questions are all questions that we can't answer exactly at the moment. They're about price and dates, and we're working on all of that. So maybe we should invite everyone to enjoy their lunch, and thanks everybody for coming in. Wonderful to see you all, and enjoy your lunch, and we will be talking to each and every one of you.
Thank you, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you all.
Thank you,
all
everyone.
for joining.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Bye. Bye.